Okay, so DeepSeek, right. It's like they popped out of nowhere. Everyone's talking about them, but you want to know what's really going on, not just the headlines.
Yeah, you're in the right place then.
We're going dep on DeepSeek today, figuring out if their AI is the real deal or just hype.
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, DeepSeek's been around for a while, like a decade at least.
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
Yeah, working away in the AI world
Yeah.
under the radar. But this announcement, their latest thing, it's like they shifted into overdrive or something.
That's what's got everyone freaking out, from Wall Street to like global leaders. What did they crack that everybody else missed? I mean, I know it's about speed, but
It's not just speed, though. Yeah, the processing power is nuts.
oh,
It's how this AI learns.
okay, so how does it learn? Like in basic terms.
Think of a system that, like, eats data, right? It figures out the patterns hidden inside, then uses those to get even smarter.
So it's teaching itself. That's a little freaky.
Yeah, it's not just doing what it's programmed to do. It's going beyond that, understanding, adapting on its own.
No wonder the markets went haywire. Wasn't it Microsoft and Nvidia that took a hit?
Big time. Those companies, they've bet heavily on AI. And DeepSeek just upped the ante. Now the question is, can they keep up?
Or is this a total game changer? Like DeepSeek becomes the new king.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
And not just in business. Tech like this has global implications.
Oh, yeah, that's right. AI isn't just about gadgets anymore. It's straight up geopolitical power.
That's it. Economic influence, cybersecurity, even military stuff. DeepSeek puts China in a whole new position.
So it's fast, it learns by itself, and it's shaking up the world order. Kind of scary, to be honest, but let me play devil's advocate for a sec. Why should we be excited about this?
Because if we do this right, if this AI is used responsibly, it could change everything for the better.
Oh, how so?
Imagine, like, medical discoveries happening at a fraction of the time, cities that are designed to be super efficient and eco-friendly, disaster response that can predict and react almost instantly.
Hmm. Okay, I see where you're going with this. But I gotta guess there are downsides too, right? Things that are keeping the experts up at night.
The big one, privacy. This AI, it can handle mountains of data in the wrong hands.
Oh, that's not good.
That means surveillance on a scale we've never seen. Imagine if every click, every post, every email you send is analyzed and used against you.
Okay, yeah, that IS scary. And then there's the bigger picture, right? What if someone decides to weaponize this?
Exactly. It's not just about who's got the fastest AI, but what they choose to do with it. That's why we need international cooperation, ethical guidelines, the whole 9 yards. But honestly, will that be enough? It's a tough question.
All right, so we've got the who, DeepSeek, this Chinese company that came out of nowhere. We've got the why, this AI is like nothing we've seen before. But let's drill down on the what for a minute. We talked to speed, self-learning. What else makes DeepSeek's AI stand out?
You know what most people miss? The language thing.
The what?
This AI, it can process multiple languages at once, like simultaneously.
Oh, wow. So we're not talking Google Translate here.
Nope. This could break down communication barriers worldwide. Imagine scientists collaborating instantly, cultures blending, business deals happening, without language getting in the way.
Okay, now W, you're talking. That kind of future I can get behind. But even so, I can't shake this feeling there are downsides we haven't even thought of yet.
You're right to be cautious. Every big tech leap comes with unintended consequences. And that's why these conversations are so important.
We gotta explore the good and the bad.
Exactly. And we'll do just that. We'll dig even deeper into what DeepSeek's AI means for all of us.
Stay tuned, folks. This is just the beginning. So we've talked about the good stuff, the potential benefits, but let's be real, this whole AI thing can feel like a sci-fi nightmare sometimes. Are we freaking out over nothing, or is the concern about AI actually justified?
I get it, totally. You see headlines about AI stealing jobs, taking over the world.
Yeah.
It's easy to jump to the worst case scenario. But look, AI, at its core, it's just a tool. Like, it's
Yeah.
up to us how we use it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so less Terminator, more like a superpowered hammer. It can build or destroy depending on who's holding it.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to talk about the ethics of AI, to build in safeguards, to make sure everything's transparent, how it's built, how it's used. We got to get ahead of this, not just react after something bad happens.
That makes sense, but honestly, it all feels so big, so complicated. What can any of us actually do about this? It's easy to feel kind of powerless.
Yeah, you're not powerless. First off, stay informed. Know how AI is already in your life. You know, the algorithms on social media, the recommendations you get.
Oh, so like no more blindly clicking except cookies. I can do that.
Exactly. The more you understand it, the better decisions you can make. And hey, support the groups out there fighting for responsible AI. There are tons of organizations pushing for ethical development, transparency, that kind of thing.
Put my money where my mouth is. Support the good guys. Gotcha. Anything else I can do besides, like, donating and reading up on this stuff?
Use your voice. Tell your elected officials that this matters to you. Push for policies that make sure AI benefits everyone, that protect our rights.
So get political, make some noise. I can dig it. Feels good to know we can actually do something.
You absolutely can. And remember, every choice you make as a consumer matters. Think about the data you're sharing online. Support companies that are doing AI the right way, ethically, with respect for your privacy.
It all adds up, right? Our individual choices, plus making our voices heard, it can actually steer things in the right direction.
100%. We're not just writing the future of AI, we're living it.
Okay, so we spent a lot of time on the risks, the what-ifs, but we got to remember the upside too, right? DeepSeek's AI has the potential to do some amazing things. I think we could all use a bit of optimism right now.
For sure. It's all about balance. If we use it right, AI could solve some of the biggest problems we face.
Like what kind of problems? Let's get specific.
Think about healthcare. Diagnosing diseases faster, more accurately. Personalized medicine becoming the standard. New drugs developed at warp speed.
That'd be huge, especially for people with serious illnesses. What about things like climate change? Can AI help with that?
It already is. AI is helping to make energy grids smarter, develop renewable energy, predict and prepare for natural disasters. It can even help us understand how the climate's changing and adapt.
So AI could be a key part of building a sustainable future. Anything else?
Oh, education could be totally revolutionized. Learning platforms that adapt to each student, virtual tutors, access to education for anyone, anywhere. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. But I gotta ask, if AI can do so much good, why all the fear? Why is everyone so anxious about it?
It's the unknown, right? AI is pretty new, and we're still figuring out what it all means. It's natural to be a little freaked out by something so powerful and unfamiliar.
We fear what we don't understand.
You got it. But AI itself isn't the problem. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
So it comes back to us, right? We decide how AI shapes our world.
Exactly. It's a huge responsibility, but also an incredible opportunity.
Hey.
We have the chance to make AI work for everyone, for all of humanity.
Okay, we've talked about how powerful DeepSeek's AI is, the risks, the benefits, what we can do about it. But before we wrap this up, I want to bring it back down to earth. How do we, just regular people, navigate a world where AI is everywhere?
Great question. Honestly, stay curious. Learn about AI, pay attention to how it's used in your life. The more you know, the better choices you'll make.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to speak up if something seems wrong, unfair. Use your voice, your vote, even your wallet to push for an AI future that works for everyone.
So informed, engaged, empowered, that's how we handle the AI revolution.
You got it. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Technology is always changing. Our understanding of it, too. We got to be ready to learn and adapt as we go.
I like that. It's not about having all the answers right now, but being open to learning. Okay, let's bring it back to DeepSeek for a sec. We've covered a lot. But what are the key takeaways here? What do we really need to understand about this whole thing?
Good point. Let's recap what's really important about DeepSeek's announcement.
Top 3 takeaways, what are they? Hit me with them.
Okay, so number 1, DeepSeek's AI. It's a huge shift in power, tech-wise. They've leaped ahead of everyone, and the whole world's going to feel it.
Not just another tech company then. This is a whole new ball game. Okay, number 2.
Potential. This AI could be incredible, but also kind of scary. We talked about the good stuff, the medical advances, climate solutions, a more connected world, but we got to be real about the risks too. Privacy, misuse, it's a tightrope walk.
That double-edged sword. Okay, last one. What's the 3rd takeaway you want to leave our listeners with?
This is where you come in. The future of AI, it's not set in stone. What we do now, as individuals, as a society, that's what shapes things. So stay informed, talk about this stuff, and fight for the future you want to see.
Yeah, we're not just bystanders here. We can actually make a difference. You know, at the beginning of this deep dive, I was honestly pretty overwhelmed. Now, I'm feeling, I don't know, cautiously optimistic.
That's the right attitude. Be realistic about the challenges, but don't lose sight of the possibilities. DeepSeek's AI, it's a chance for change, and it's up to us to make that change good.
That's why these deep dives are so important. It's not just about knowing the facts. It's about figuring out what they mean for us, you know, for our world, for our future.
Totally. It's about connecting the dots, asking the hard questions, and then actually doing something about it.
So everyone listening, we hope this deep dive helped you understand Dexic's AI a little better, what it means for all of us. Remember, stay curious, ask those tough questions.
And keep talking about this with your friends, family, whoever. The future of AI, it's on all of us to get this right.
Well said. That's it for this deep dive, everyone. Thanks for listening.